We're still cautious about the banking sectors around the world. We see that the macro environment is still looking soggy. There are still weak economic indicators coming out, and we see surprises being at best neutral. And also we think that as an investor you need to look more at the growth and the high quality sectors in the market. And Eurozone banks don't fit into either of those. However, they are very sold off and they are very cheap relative to a lot of other sectors and against their own history. So what we see is that you've got a chance that they could outperform, but we don't have the catalyst and we don't have the headwinds. At some point, banks are going to be very attractive, but I don't think we'll see that in the near term. It would be probably not this side of a recession that you'd want to buy them.
I've got a question for you, but first of all, just as our viewers are seeing on the screen at the moment, Credit Suisse is down 4.7%. Now, that's very interesting. When you see a new broom coming into a company, I know you all know this, but I'm going to explain it one more time. You very often get a share price pop because it is seen as a reinvigoration of a company, reinvigoration of a strategy as well. When a share price falls when a CEO leaves, it's because of one of two reasons. One, you think that person was doing an amazing job, and without that person at the helm, there could be problems ahead. Or you think there are ongoing issues more broadly with the company which are ongoing. I don't know which of the two is leading to a fairly dramatic decline in Credit Suisse at the moment, but I'll hasten to add, this was a share price that wasn't, in fact you can see from that wonderful chart in the middle of the red of the 4.838 down, you can see the share price was doing nothing after a precipitous decline in the earlier part of that chart as well. And the 5-year move, of course, as you can see, significantly lower. 5 years to almost to the month is the exact time that Tidjane Thiam has been at Credit Suisse.
Would it have been better to make an external appointment at this point? You've had a scandal that has dominated the headlines, and it is seen as an internal problem, that there might be a corporate governance issue at the company. Would it have just been useful for market sentiment to go external to signal a change of culture?
Well, I mean, Tidjane Thiam was the ultimate external candidate for Credit Suisse at the time he was brought in, and he was perceived to be someone that could bring some different expertise and some specialism in emerging markets in particular to redirect the business. And I mean, you know, we continue to talk about the legacy, and we will, and there is the restructuring of the business towards a better quality earning stream that we've talked about all morning that I think he has delivered. My, you know, on building on top of Steve's couple of points, my question mark is still, are those people who are selling out this morning not selling out because of Tidjane Thiam, but selling out because of the timing of this announcement coming a week before full year 2019 earnings? Because if you're going to dispense with your CEO, don't you get through the earnings announcement, assuming that the earnings announcement is going to be okay, before you actually make the announcement, or you make the announcement at the same time? Here's the earnings. Thank you very much, sir. Goodbye. Here's your wave goodbye. Here's your golden hand
with a lot of what ifs.
Parachute or
but
whatever.
with the mounting noise in the press, you've got to say, come that earnings report, this would have been the only question that journalists in the room pretty much had.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on? It doesn't seem as though you're moving past this scandal. The Greenpeace issues, I was saying at the wall, I think that just cropped up and we went, wow, it wasn't even just internal. It wasn't just with Iqbal Khan and then the head of HR, it was external as well. Does this go even deeper? So I think to try and move on from this scandal, you've got to draw a line of responsibility, but the person who was responsible has resigned, supposedly, but yet the crisis continues. So how do you move beyond this? Which goes back to the question, does the chairman become the next person that people continue to focus on? Does he also need to depart to try and sort of move on to the next page for the company?
We are linear television, so we've got 10 minutes of market data, and already we've given you know, this thorough analysis of actually what evolves from here. I mean, the point, it would seem to me, is that there are just some investors who are saying, you know what, I'll pay more to know more. And when I know a little bit more, maybe I'll go back in. John, you want to weigh in?
I think from our perspective, it's kind of the classic playbook. You've gone to a steady pair of hands, a veteran that's been there 20 years. And maybe to your point, the next chapter is someone new from outside, and then that will please the market's perception about the cultural issues that maybe have developed over recent times.
I would look at this and I'd sort of be concerned that this scandal has got further to run. but more information is going to come out. And so I'd be concerned that we could see just problems come, just further things coming out.
Dare I say it, there is a whole gamut, plethora, cacophony of undervalued European banks, given what you just said earlier on. Banks which range from 0.25 price to book to a mighty 0.83 for the likes of UBS. You've got a few choices if you want to buy a bank on the recovery story. Credit Suisse is not your only show in town.
Yes, you could go across into the Netherlands, you can go across and look in France, and you can Spain, and those banks have got less problems to deal with, and they are still trading on relatively low book values.
They're many of them incredibly low book values.
Many of them are below actual book value. And
all of them, aren't they? I can't think of one. I mean, the Scandis were before their laundering issues. I can't think of anyone who's trading above one in Europe.
I would need to check, but I would have thought that BNP is trading just about book value on there.
Not many, though, is there?
It's not many.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.